Hello, I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary, and welcome to From the Heart.
Orlando is widely known for its tourist spots and attractions, but many people don't know about its thriving arts community.
We are excited to introduce to you some talented and passionate artists who shape our arts community. How do they create and why? How can our Orlando benefit from an even greater arts presence?
On each episode, we'll meet guests who are influential leaders and artists who are truly making a difference from the heart. Hello everyone, welcome to From the Heart. I'm Joshua.
And I'm Mary.
And we're very excited to bring to you all that's new and good when it comes to the arts in Central Florida.
Today we are very happy to be talking with Michael Marinaccio, producer of the Orlando Fringe Festival. We look forward to learning about Michael and what to expect at a Fringe Festival. Welcome, Michael.
Welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Michael, let's start with what is Fringe for people who don't know?
Sure. Fringe festivals started in Edinburgh, Scotland in 1947. They were a response to the Edinburgh International Festival, which is a very exclusive, curated festival. And these producers wanted to be involved, and they weren't allowed to be involved. So they said, you know what, we're going to produce our own festival on the fringe of the International Festival. And their rule was anybody who had a place to perform could perform. So they wanted everyone involved. And pretty soon, the Fringe Festival overtook the International Festival. And now today, the International Festival still exists as a small part of it, but the Edinburgh Fringe Festival is the largest arts festival, period, in the world. This year, they had over 2 million tickets sold, and that doesn't count about 500,000 in free Fringe, which is a total other concept. But 3,200 shows happened over the month of August in Edinburgh. So anyway, that's where Fringes began, and that's the concept of open access. Anyone can play, completely accessible theater and performing arts. And it has grown and become a worldwide phenomenon, spreading to all corners of the globe. There are Fringe festivals in Taiwan and South Africa, and you name it, and they have a Fringe. So it's very exciting to have the one
Orlando
here in Orlando.
Fringe? How did that get started?
Orlando Fringe began in 1992, and it was because our founders, who were who were at the time with SAC Comedy Lab, Terry Olson and Andy Anthony, and they went to Edmonton, Ontario, Canada, and they saw a Fringe Festival there. And they decided that they wanted to start one. So they started one here. It was in little storefronts in downtown Orlando, and abandoned buildings, and 20 shows. And today it's grown to be the oldest Fringe Festival in the United States, going into our 24th year. And we have all state-of-the-art theater venues and over 100 ticketed shows. About 650 ticketed performances over 2 weeks.
Wow, so we're the oldest Fringe Festival in America, but we're also one of the largest, right?
Yeah, one of the largest. We are one of the largest unjuried theater festivals, period, in the United States.
Tell us what that means.
Yeah, explain that.
Unjuried is our way of being completely open access, meaning that there is no curation. There's no selection committee that says what art is valid and what art isn't. We leave that to the audience to decide. So all of our acts are selected through a fair lottery. So whether they're the most polished professional work or a semi-retired electrician who decides that he wants to write a one-man show, they have the same chance of getting into the Fringe.
That's awesome.
How do you do it? Do you put it in a drum and pull it out like a lottery? Or
We literally pull them out of a hat. We do.
And who gets the honor of doing that? Is it you?
Usually we'll select a celebrity guest to come do it. Last year it
How
was,
about Mary Thompson Hunt?
We could have Mary do it this year. I'd love to. I'd love to. Last year was Commissioner Robert Stewart, who's the city commissioner of our area. But yeah.
So, and do you keep people around to keep it honest? That they're...
It's live. We also broadcast live to our out-of-town artists, but all of our artists are there live, our local artists, and they are on the edge of their seat, and they're jumping up and down with excitement when they get in, and real tears when they don't. I mean, it is it is quite an emotional scene, our lottery
I'm sure
day.
it's very exciting. So what are the types of things that we would see at the Orlando Fringe Festival? Is it just theater or?
It is every genre of performing arts. So we cover the whole gamut: theater, dance, poetry, puppetry, stand-up, music, visual arts, performance arts, site-specific stuff. Last year we had a show in a car that there were only 2 tickets available for, and you got into the back of the seat. You had to sign a waiver first. You got into the back seat, and they drove off with you. And so
and put you on an adventure, right?
Yeah, we've had an overnight camping trip as a show.
Wow. And you have Kids Fringe. Tell us about that.
Kids Fringe is completely free. It's on the weekends during the festival. And last year we had about 10,000 children and families attend. And it's great because we're able to bring our international artists, because we are an international festival, to the Kids Fringe to perform for these local kids. And it's just an amazing time and a great way to develop a new audience, you know, get them started young on performing arts.
And speaking of, go ahead.
Well, very important is, how do people decide what to see? If they've never been to a Fringe Festival before and they don't know if it's appropriate for their children, how do they go about picking?
We have a very specific rating system, and it's ratings all ages, 7 and up, 13 and up, or 18 and up. So the artists will be very clear about what they have, what their content is, and what it's appropriate for. And then another thing to look at is on our website during the festival time, you can sort through the schedule, and so sort by genre. So if you like dance, you just click on dance, and all of our dance shows will show up. If you like puppetry, you click on that, and all of those will show up.
What if you only have Saturday night? Can you pick by night?
Sure, you can sort it by the night. You can do all that on the website, and then our programs, our printed programs, all have it listed exactly. You know, everything that's happening that night. There's blurbs for every show and images and all of that.
So the Fringe Festival has seen some success with some of its shows outside of Orlando, right? I mean, I know there's some that have gone to Off-Broadway and different things. Tell us about some of that.
Yeah, very excited. There's a group that started at Orlando Fringe, Toxic Audio. They won a Drama Desk Award Off-Broadway for their show Loudmouth. We've got another artist, Chase Paget, who's doing his show Six Guitars and a Performing Arts Center tour across Canada. Also went Off-Broadway for a very short run, but I think it'll be back. So yeah, you know, the beauty of Orlando Fringe is it's a birthplace of new and innovative cutting-edge art. It's low risk for the artist. It's very low fees. We give 100% of the ticket sales back to the artists. So they're able to come and, if not make money, at least they don't lose money putting up their production and getting it reviewed and getting, you know, testing with audiences. So it's a great place for innovative, exciting new work. There is really no place else in town that you're going to get that kind of
That's
experience.
incredible. And as an arts leader, thank you so much for that mission of giving 100% of the proceeds back to the artists, giving them a platform to do their work that they might never get. You know, and the really neat thing about Fringe now, and I think this is through your direction, is that it's not just during the festival, but now it's year-round, right? That we can see these shows.
That's true. We have our Fringe Year-Round series where we're bringing shows in, either locals that we're bringing back from the festival that were very successful. Last month we've had our Drama Winners Weekend, which is you know, bringing back the best award-winning dramas, and then we'll bring in artists from out of town, from Canada, UK, Australia, throughout the year, from other states in the U.S., and we'll bring them to Orlando audiences.
Wow,
So.
awesome,
I
Michael.
wish we had a little more time to talk with you now, but real quick, if someone wants to learn more about Fringe, where do they go on the internet?
OrlandoFringe.org.
Say it one more time.
OrlandoFringe.org.
Oh, I like it when you spell it.
That's great.
Thank you so much for being with us today. And
That's my
we're going to
pleasure.
be back a little bit later with Michael, and we're going to be talking a little bit about the man that's here today and how he got to be here. So thank you all for being with us today. I'm Mary.
And I'm Joshua from the Heart.